Did you really think I weren't going to pick this pair up for a review? It's a classic Air Max, it's an iconic colorway. Today, we have got the Nike TN Air Max Plus OG Hyper Blues. Man, just look at them. It's such a clean pair. Let's get straight into this one and check them out. Now back in 1998 is when this pair first released, and we did actually have a re-release in 2018. I couldn't get my hands on the 2018 pair. The resale prices at the time in the UK were just insane. So I've had to wait all this time, but I can say that I've finally got this one in hand, and man, I'm so excited to be able to bring you this one. So we've already had the OG Tigers or OG Sunsets, we've had the OG Voltage Purples, and now we've finally got the OG Hyper Blues. And look, I'm so excited to be able to bring you this one. So let's start with the box. It's an old school box, similar to the Rainbows and quite a few other releases we've seen. You've got the Nike branding all around. And here's the label for those that are interested. So I'm going to be honest with you, I do kind of wish that Nike went for the 2018 boxes, because in my opinion, those were fire. Now if we had that Hyper Blue box replacing this, that would just make the experience for me even better. Now my first impressions, fresh out the box, I noticed it straight away, is that yellow swoosh. The yellow swoosh, matching those yellow air units, matching the signature TN logo on the back of the shoe. I mean, just look at that angle there. And then also on the other side of the shoe, this matches the swoosh as well. I'm just loving this colorway. I really am. It's such an iconic colorway. UTN fans know, look, you've got to pick this one up. Honestly, you really do. Like, it's a massive release. It really is a massive release. I've just been so excited for this one. A few of you made me aware that these were getting released, and man, I've just been waiting, refreshing every single week, waiting for that release date, and finally, 23rd of January, it got announced in the UK. Here's the outer sole for you. It's pretty simple. Obviously, you've got that classic signature TN logo there in the middle. Something I will say, on the larger shoes, you do actually get sort of 5, we'll call them outer sole air units. You see what I mean here? You've got sort of like 5 yellow holes. On the smaller sizes, you only get 4. So it doesn't mean to say that, you know, if you've got 4 that your shoe is fake. It's just a case that you've got a smaller size feet than what I've got. I'm size 11. So I think it's anything above a size 9, maybe even a size 10. You will have 5 of these. Obviously, if you're under a 10, you're going to have 4. And then here's a bit of a close-up of that shank. I am sorry, the lights are sort of reflecting just a little bit, but hopefully that's giving you a rough idea. You can see it there, gradient from that sort of dark blue into blue. Man, I'm loving this one. Let's talk more about these air units. Check those air units out. I love the colourful air units on this one. Yellow is just such a clean colour, it really does pop. And you know already, it just goes so well with the blue. So you've got a PU midsole, which is a fairly chunky midsole. If you picked up a pair of TNs before, you know these are built to last. It is a perfect shoe for the winter. But you've also got a black midsole as well. So it is white and black. I'll just spin it around. You also see the back of the shoe there. You've also got the traditional TN air units there. What a pair. Honestly, what a pair. It's such a big release. I'm so surprised that these are sitting. I really am. And another thing I noticed straight away, quality control. No glue marks whatsoever. Nike have smashed this pair, honestly. No glue marks. On some of the releases of TNs, we have had glue marks, but this pair here, and in fact the last 2 or 3 reviews that I've done, the quality control has been spot on. And I know a few of you are going to say, look, down this sort of transparent, this clear toe cap, this toe guard, which adds a little bit of stability there for the front of the shoe, you can see a few glue marks. But look, we've got to be realistic. It's very hard to stick something like this on a pair of shoes with glue. You know, you're putting glue underneath this sort of clear coating and not show glue marks. You know, for the fact that obviously they have got glue underneath this, they've done a pretty good job. The Sunsets that I reviewed, obviously it was quite visible. I'm going to be honest with you right now, I didn't pick up the 2018 version, so I don't actually have those to compare to this. I've seen them myself, and obviously going by memory and just going by photos online, which are kind of misleading. A lot of people do sort of change photos, you know, they make them more sharp, more defined, they change the colours. So the photos online are a little bit deceiving, but they do seem a little bit darker. If you have both, you know, you picked up the 2018 and you've picked up the 2025 or borderline 2024, let me know. This review wasn't to be to sort of compare both. It was quite literally just to tell you my thoughts, my opinions, and let you know that this one is a must cop. Here's a bit of a close-up of that mesh. So as you can see, it's a darker blue, sort of gradients into like a turquoise, almost like a cyan colour. Now in person, these aren't as vibrant as they look, sort of like that. It's actually sort of a pretty simple colourway. But I mean, when you put those colours together, you put the yellow, the dark blue, the light blue, I mean, you get the hyper blue. What a pair. Like, what a pair. You see this colourway and you're an Air Max fan, you know exactly what these are. It's iconic. It really is iconic. And then on that mesh, you've got the TPU exoskeleton, donning that sort of glossy effect. As you can see, it's such a clean pair. It is just such a clean pair, man. I've just been so excited to finally review these, finally start wearing these. What a pair. Now you've got that yellow swoosh with the black outlining. Matching that, you've got the Hex logo. What's your thoughts though, guys? Let me know in the comments. At the back of the shoe, you've got the signature TN logo, and then you also get a glimpse of that yellow air unit. Now the laces on these in black. Now let me tell you something. The yellow detailer on this pair would match these laces so well. Let me just put the shoe down. I'm going to put a sort of photo of these laces. Now these were the laces on the anniversary pair. Now you can actually get these on eBay. So they're on eBay for about £9, I think it is. I've checked as well. So they're €9, and I think you can get them in the US as well. Those on this pair, you know, just the lace tips, man. That's just going to look so clean. I haven't done a lace swap yet, but that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for this pair. I just think that will just be like the final touch, the finishing touch. Let me know your thoughts as well. You can get them in white if you wanted to get them in white. But yeah, I do think black with those yellow lace tips, perfect. And that leads us on nicely to that royal blue inner sole, which is fairly padded. And you've also got the classic OG TN logo. So the release date on this pair, the 23rd of January in the UK. So you can pick these up on the Nike website and then also Foot Locker. Now Foot Locker, they're released at £170, and on the Nike website, they're £175. I don't know why that is. If you want to save yourself £5, just go over to Foot Locker, and then obviously you can save yourself £5. I don't know why that is. Maybe they'll change that. Maybe they've made a mistake. It's been a while since TNs were under £170. But yeah, if you want to save yourself a fiver, head over to Foot Locker. And whoa, this video is not sponsored by Foot Locker. I wish it was. If anyone's watching from Foot Locker, obviously please do get in touch. I'd love to be sponsored by you. But yeah, you want to save yourself a fiver, head over to Foot Locker. And do I think this pair is going to reach those sort of crazy resale prices like it did back in 2018? I don't think it is. I really don't. It's been, what, 3 or 4 days since the release, and they're still sitting in all sizes. Now, take into consideration, though, they released in January. A lot of people, including myself, are skint. You know, we've just had Christmas, we've just had New Year's. You know, a lot of people don't have £200 to just go out and buy a pair of shoes. But don't let that put you off. Like, trust me, do not let that put you off. This pair here is a classic. If you didn't get it in 2018, if you didn't get it in 1998, you have to pick this one up if you're a TN fan. And then moving on to sizing. Now, a TN is probably one of the only shoes that are half size up in. I do find that it does just narrow slightly around the toe area, only slightly. So yeah, I find it's just a little bit snug for me. So I do find half size up fits me perfect. Look, I'm going to be wearing this pair of shoes for 8 hours during work. I'm going to be driving in them. I'm going to be wearing to the gym. I'm going to be wearing these for long durations. You know, I'm going to choose comfort over aesthetic every single time. A lot of you in the comments will agree with me as well. Now, I'm 6'3". I'm a 10.5 UK. So 11 for me fits me perfect. But if you're ever unsure, like I say in all my videos, head to a shop first, try on a few pairs of mesh-based TNs, and then you always get the perfect size for you. And then moving on to comfort, the fit and feel just feels like a regular pair of TNs. It really does. You know, as I said, once you get your sizing right, I would recommend going a half size up. It's just my sweet spot. It's my preference. Again, some of you are going to agree with me, some of you are not. But the fact that you've got that breathable mesh means that a TN is perfect for the summer. But obviously you can also wear these in the winter as well. I'd maybe opt out wearing the Hyper Blues in the winter. You still can do. I'm just thinking obviously the rain, the snow, the mud. If you get any of that on that sort of white cyan, that sort of turquoise, you're probably going to ruin these. Yeah, I don't see myself wearing these for the winter personally. I think this is a summer banger, which is why it's a little bit odd they're released in January. You know, as like a TN fan or an Air Max fan, this is such a big release. Like, it really is a big release. So it's an odd one why they released them in January, the very start of the year. I'm not complaining. I'm so glad I finally got this one in hand. But yeah, perfect pair of shoes for the summer. Now, what left is there to say about this pair? Look, the quality control is spotless. The colorway is iconic. It's a comfortable pair, perfect for the summer. It is a summer banger. There's not much left to say about this pair. There really isn't. This one may even go in the sales. You know, the indication for the first week, the fact that they're sitting on those 2 websites that I've mentioned, Foot Locker and Nike, is surprising. It is surprising because this to me is a massive release. It really is. And it's such a clean pair. Maybe a lot of you have got the 2018 pair. Maybe lots of you like me are skint. You know, the start of January, start of the year, people don't have £200 to go out and buy a pair of shoes. But yeah, I'd definitely say pick this one up. Like, it's such a clean pair. You've got to pick this one up. Now, moving forward, I will be doing my best to do weekly reviews. So weekly reviews, I'll try my best. Now, I work for 40 hours a week. So like one of these reviews takes me 12 to 15 hours. It's a lot of graft to make these reviews. So if you have made it this far, I'd appreciate a like on the video, maybe even a comment if you've got the time. I'm a very small YouTuber, so that does help me out massively. I don't usually ask, but this year I'm going to try and like up the levels, and I would really appreciate any support. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Until next time, cheers.